Welcome back to my channel. I'm Sumita Mohan. I'm a Ho'oponopono healer. The topic of today's video is how to do Ho'oponopono prayer for someone who is living far from you. That means you can do a distant healing by chanting Ho'oponopono prayer. Often what happens that we want to chant this prayer for someone who is not living with us and living far from us. So what is required here is the distant healing. We can send distant healing to that relative of ours, and it happens because we all are connected at energy level. We all are one at energy level. I am energy, and my relative who is in need of this prayer is also an energy. And if I am going to create positive vibration for that relative of mine, the vibrations will reach, certainly reach that person. So, as we all are connected and we all are one at energy level, this Ho'oponopono prayer will work in their situations also, in whichever situation they are. So, what you have to do in this, my friends, is that you have to work on your particular emotion that you are feeling because of the situation in which your relative is. For example, if some of your relative is sick and not at ease, then what are you feeling right now about that person, thinking of his or her condition? Example, if someone is not well, then what emotion are you feeling? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling nervous? Let's say you are feeling sad because of this relative which is not keeping well. Then what you have to do, you have to work on your emotion of sadness. The key point is that you don't have to chant this prayer for your relative who is suffering, but you have to chant this prayer for yourself, for that negative emotion that is coming in you because you are thinking about that person having some sort of problem. So if we take example of sadness that you may be feeling because some of your relative is not well and is sick, then what you will do, keep your right hand on your heart and repeat after me loudly. I take 100% responsibility for feeling sad. I'm sorry, my dear sadness, for holding on to you for so long. Please forgive me my sadness. I don't know from where I attracted you consciously or unconsciously. I thank you, my sadness, for giving me this opportunity to realize that I am feeling sad and release it and clear it from my consciousness. I love you, my sadness. And I love this Ho'oponopono prayer, which is going to release this sadness from my mind, body, and spirit. Thank you. Dear sadness, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Dear sadness, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Dear sadness, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. So you see, friends, here you don't have to chant for the relative, for the person to for whom you have to chant. No, you have to chant this prayer for yourself, for that negative emotion which is coming in you when you think about that person. And maybe you are feeling more than one negative emotion, then you keep on clearing this negative emotion like sadness, and then you clean anxiety you are feeling, and then maybe you are feeling more negative emotion of helplessness. Then keep on chanting this prayer for each and every negative emotion that you are feeling, and try to clean it. And as you will clean it, you will clear it from your conscious mind and subconscious mind, you will see a positive change in that person's life whose condition you want to change. So it's all about clearing and cleansing your negative thoughts, your negative emotions. So let's take another example. Like if someone in your family, a distant relative, loses his job, then how do you feel? Do you feel anxious that whether he will get a job or not? You feel nervous or you feel helpless? So take like we will take example for helplessness. So how you will do this prayer? Keep your right hand on your heart and repeat after me. I take 100% responsibility for feeling helpless because of my relative losing his job. I'm sorry for the feeling of helplessness I'm having. Please forgive me my helplessness. I don't know from where I attracted you consciously or unconsciously. I know that this feeling of helplessness is not going to serve any purpose. Thank you for this feeling of helplessness that is coming in my mind and asking me to release it. I love you, dear universe, for providing me with this opportunity to recognize that I am feeling helpless and providing me with this magical Ho'oponopono prayer, which will help me release it from my conscious and subconscious mind. Thank you. Dear feeling of helplessness, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Dear feeling of helplessness, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. You can also perform EFT for this feeling of helplessness. Take your left hand and start tapping with your left hand on the karate chop points. Even though I know that this feeling of helplessness is not going to change the condition of my relative, still I deeply and completely accept myself the way I am. Even though I know this feeling of helplessness will not solve the problem of my relative, still I deeply and completely accept myself the way I am. Even though I know this feeling of helplessness will generate more feeling of helplessness, still I deeply and completely accept myself the way I am. Any feeling in me which says that I am helpless, release. Any thought, any thought in me which says I am helpless, release. Any negative action that I may be taking because of this feeling of helplessness, release. Any feeling of helplessness, release. Any anxiety in me for the condition my relative is facing, release. Any feeling of victim I may be feeling, release. Any anxiety related to the situation my relative is in, release. Any feeling of anxiety regarding the situation of my relative, release. Any negative emotion that I may be having, release. Any thought in me which is saying that this condition will not improve, release. Any feeling in me that says this will this problem will not be solved, release. Any thought of helplessness, release. Any feeling of helplessness, release. Any helplessness which is causing distress in my body, release. Even though I know that negative thinking, negative emotions attract more negative things in my life, still I deeply and completely accept myself the way I am. So like this, you can do a distant healing for some of your relatives who are not living with you, and you can provide them with this healing energy. Also, you can counsel them that every situation, every condition which we face is for our betterment. Like every cloud has a silver lining. Every situation which seems to be bad today may be having a blessing in future. It's just that we are not able to see it right now in present, but in future certainly we will see that this situation which has come in our life was for our betterment, rather than seeing as any kind of challenge. Look at it as an opportunity to grow, to become more wise, and to gain knowledge. And if you will start seeing these situations like that, you will provide healing to that distant relative of yours by chanting this magical Ho'oponopono prayer. Just remember that you have to clean and clear your negative thoughts, emotions, feelings, and beliefs. And gradually, a positive change can be seen in that person's life for whom you are chanting this prayer. So keep cleaning, keep clearing these negative emotions, and see your life changing in a better way. That's all for today's video, my friends. If you like the content, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if anyone is in need of this video, do forward it. Thank you.